Hi everyone. I thought I would do a official um, introduction to myself. I'm Amber. I live in Northeast Kansas, little tiny small town. I have three kids, Emily, Jordan, and Ainsley. They are 23, 22, and 9. So I'm still busy with kids at home, just one, but anyway, I'm not really sure what I'm doing. I'm just kind of winging it. Life. I wing it. Um, but I do know that I want to be here to support and inspire and motivate anyone who wants to get healthy, to lose weight, to get fit, to just change their life to feel better. Um, my journey began officially this year in January on the 5th, but I would say my journey has probably been my entire life. I have always been heavier, um, probably starting around fourth, fifth grade, puberty time, you know. Um, I started gaining weight, and I've never had a healthy relationship with food ever that I can remember. I am an emotional eater. I will eat when I'm happy, when I'm sad, when there's something to celebrate. It doesn't matter. Just any reason to have something yummy. And, I don't know. It's terrible that I feel like that, but that's how I was. I'm working through that and doing better now, obviously. Um, it's not easy, but here we are. So, I remember being a kid and sneaking food when I was probably 10, 9, 10, 11, something like that. And my parents knew and discouraged me, but you're a kid and you're like, whatever. And the only thing that probably saved me from being ridiculously overweight as a teenager was I got into sports in middle school, and I did volleyball and basketball and track in middle school. And then in high school, I did volleyball and track. And that's probably what saved me there because I was active all the time. And I was in lots of clubs and going here and there and whatnot. So that probably saved me in high school from being heavier than I already was. But then I got out of school and got married, got pregnant, and had my older two kids with their dad. And at one point during that marriage, I was 310 pounds. Um, During those pregnancies, I had gestational diabetes, and very shortly after I had my son, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And from then on, I've been on medication, which is one of my big goals, is to be completely medication free at some point from all of that, because I am now on a pill and a weekly shot, which I really bulked against the shot because I was like, seriously, do I need that? Well, I did, because my pancreas obviously thought it was just like, F you, you were not going to work no more. You've gotten heavy and not taking care of yourself, so why should I bother? Um, so, yeah, the shot was necessary, but I'm ultimately hoping to get off of all of my medication. We'll see as time goes on, obviously, but my A1Cs are doing better. They are down to 5.4, which is pretty good, actually. At one point, I remember they were like 12 something, 12 point something, and that was just absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, that's the story on that. Um, so, like I said, I just want to inspire people to actually get healthier and to live life to the fullest. Like, we think, oh, we have all this time, and You really don't. Here I am, 44, just figuring out, hey, I really need to take care of myself. And it's hard. It's a hard journey. But as I said, January 5th, I had reached a point where I was depressed. I was a hot mess. Like, I was up to 261 pounds, miserable, nothing fit, nothing felt right. I was uncomfortable in my own body. I was fed up. And honestly, I think you have to get to that point where you want to change for you. You aren't doing this for someone else. I'm doing this for me. I want to make a change. I want to be a better person. I want to be healthier for my kids. I hopefully someday will have grandkids. Maybe. My kids don't seem to think so, but maybe someday I will. Um, but right now, I just am 44 trying to get my shit together, and that's hard. I look back and I think, well, if I would have taken care of myself when I was younger, I wouldn't be going through all this crap, right? So that's one of my big motivators, is that I want younger people to see, hey, maybe I should take care of myself and not be doing this and eating that. And, like, come on, you're going to get older. You just don't realize it yet. And you're going to wish you had done things differently. But, you live and you learn, right? Anyway, so January 5th, I decided I was going to start eating better. I was going to start exercising. I was going to make all these changes. And I have. I have went from 261 pounds to 194 as of this morning. I was super pumped about that. It's taken me like a month and a half. Things slowed down, after a while, and I was losing for a while, and then it's kind of slowed down. Like May, June, I was 210, and then hold on. Anyway, my daughter had to ask a question, so um, I was 210, uh, and I know that's what I was saying. Where was I? Oh, in like May. And it's now where I have to work harder to lose, Like, I'm having to really watch what I'm eating, do my exercises and whatnot. So, yeah, it's coming off slower, but it's still coming off. And I think we can't always go by what the scale says either, because I notice physical changes in the way my body looks, in the way my clothes fit. Those are wins. Like, don't think those aren't wins, because those are certainly wins. Those are non-scale victories, and we all need those to keep us motivated. So when them pants that didn't button 2 weeks ago button, hell yeah, you're winning. Um, anyway, so what am I doing for diet? I basically am incorporating a lot of things that I've done over the years, because trust me, if there is a diet out there, a fad diet, I've done it. I've done a lot of different crazy things thinking, oh, I'll get the weight off. Well, basically, what it comes down to for me is calories in, calories out. I do best when I'm counting calories. I know what I'm putting in, and I know what I'm exerting, how many calories I'm working off. And so basically, what I've been doing is I count my calories during the day. I log my food in my Fitbit app. And before I had the Fitbit, I was using Samsung Health. And I mean, there's all kinds of free stuff out there. You don't need to go buy anything fancy. Just whatever kind of phone you have, look for a free app. It's not, you don't need to pay for anything. Like, that's just silliness. Anyway, so I just basically count my calories for the day. I try to, most of the time, stay under or right around 1700. That's not always the case. It depends on my workout also. I take into account how much I've worked out that day, how many calories I've burned working out, things like that. You kind of have to tweak things to your own body. Not everybody's the same. We don't all lose the same. You have to figure out what works for you. Biggest factor, I think, is having the right mindset. You have to be ready. You have to be ready to say, I'm committing to this. I want this. This is what I'm going to do. Because there is no instant gratification in this type of thing. This is not a race, it's a marathon. And if you're in it for the long haul. I've now been in it 28 weeks. I did take a week off and I didn't count that week. So this would be week 29 had I not taken that week off. But I said, no, we're not going to count it. We'll just go ahead and say this is week 28. So I omitted that week. So 28 weeks, nothing happened super fast. It took a few weeks before I started losing, with consistent diet and exercise. And then I started to see the changes. But nothing is going to happen immediately. You have to realize that. You have to understand that this is something that you are going to have to continue doing to see results. You are not going to wake up one day and say, oh, look, I've lost 20 pounds. No, it doesn't work like that. It's like 1 or 2 pounds, maybe a week, if you're lucky. And sometimes, when I first started, there was like a gain there at the beginning. I thought, oh my gosh, what the hell? This is not going to work. I didn't, frustration. But I stuck with it. I trusted that things were going to work in the end, and they did. And I'm still, still doing it. Like I said, it's a marathon, not a race. You have to be in it for the long haul, and you have to be patient, and that's the hardest thing. But you have to have your mind right. You have to be ready to work. You have to know that you have to get up and exercise. I hated exercise. And now I really I want it in the mornings. Like, it gets me going. It makes me feel better. It makes my day start better. It makes me happier. Endorphins, you get those flowing and you're just a happier person. But I hated it. And then that elliptical, y'all, I hated that thing. Like, I would cuss that elliptical out. I would cry. Like, it was bad. It was really bad. And now I'm up to I can do 16, almost 17 miles in 2 hours on it. And it's like, oh, hey, that's not bad. Who would have thought I'd like the running on an elliptical? But it still blows my own mind that I actually enjoy that. But I do. And I like the sweat. It's crazy to me to even say that. So, yeah, I don't know. And then I, do some kettlebells and do a little bit of cardio here and there, videos. I mean, I don't do anything fancy. I started out with 3-pound weights on some things. And you don't even necessarily need weights. Use a can of corn or something. You don't have to go out and buy equipment. Go for a walk. I mean, you don't need to buy fancy things to actually burn calories. You can do it without buying or spending or any of that. But you have to have your mindset into it, and you have to be wanting it and figuring out ways to do it. You have to do that. Anyway, so that's kind of where I'm at with my story right now. I'm hoping that y'all will let me know what kind of content you want to see. Do you want to see me do workouts? Now, I'm going to tell you that is not cute It is not pretty. I get up in the mornings, my hair is all bedhead, and sometimes I don't take my makeup off the night before and I might look like I got two black eyes, but I do the damn workout. I just, whatever. If that's what y'all want to see, I'll show you. But I'm just warning you, it is not the prettiest sight. But yeah, if that's what you desire, I'll give it to you. Would you rather I just make a list of like what moves I do? Do you want me to just do like a little video showing some moves? Like, this is what you could do. This is like you know, a modification to it that you could do, because I do have bad knees and I really try to protect those. So, like, some of the things in videos, I don't actually do the moves that they say or their modifications. I modify them to my own body. So, yeah, you don't have to do exactly what somebody else is saying. You can modify things to you. Do not ever feel like you have to do what someone else can do, what someone else says, what somebody else, it just, no, you do you. You do you, always do you. Um, anyway, let me know what you want to see. Um, Maybe you just want to see me get on here and talk and ramble, and which is obviously what I'm doing today. Um, I really don't have a lot of other information. I just kind of wanted to let you guys know who I was, why I was doing what I was doing, and kind of where I'm at. Like, just have a little talk with y'all. Like, get to know you. Um, anyway, so let me know in the comments what kinds of things you want to see. Hell, I'll even show you just everyday life. It don't matter. What do you want? Let me know, and we will make it happen as much as I possibly can. So, yeah. Anyway, y'all have a good day, week, weekend, whatever, and I will be seeing you soon. Bye.